What's up, NFL fans? I'm Emery Hunt, the czar of the playbook, and don't forget to check out and purchase your copy of our latest football game plan book, Stiff Arming Football Myths. We have these available in both PDF and paperback form.
Welcome to Football Game Plans Talking with TD. I'm your host, Teron Davenport.
Okay, once again, talking with TD, we're going to continue our draft prospect series. Sometimes when you're going through this whole thing, you see a guy and you just like him. And this is a guy that I saw at the Senior Bowl, and I really enjoyed the way he attacked the football, the way he works the sideline. We're going to go to Central Arkansas, and we're going to bring in wide receiver Dezmin Lewis. Dezmin, how you doing, man?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm doing really well, man. I definitely had to get you on here. We talked a few times between Senior Bowl and Combine. It's no secret. Anybody that follows me on social media, they know I'm a fan of what you do. So let's just get right into what it is that you bring to the table. In my book, when I watch you, I love the way you high point the football. So talk about Dez Lewis, the wide receiver. What's a team get when they bring you aboard, when they draft you?
I would definitely say a playmaker. Like you said, my main thing is to attack the ball. It's my job to win out most of the 50-50 balls. So that's what a team will get. I attack the ball with my hands. I catch the ball away from my body. I'm not a body catcher. I have pretty good speed as well. So, I would say a playmaker, somebody who's willing to play, willing to do anything to help the team get better and win games.
In this day and age, there's so many measurables. They take different statistics and they try to measure this and measure that. One thing that's really becoming something that a lot of teams are focusing on is red zone efficiency. At 6'4", yes, we said 6'4", not 6'3" and change. 6'4", with a vertical like you have and the long arms that you have, how are you able to win in the red zone, and how can you help a team increase their red zone efficiency?
I would say my body control. Like you said, attacking at its highest point, getting my body in front of the defender, creating a good moment for me to where I can attack the ball at its highest point, not over jump, not under time the jump or things like that. But main thing, and I've been working on it a lot as I've been training, like just getting body position. That's the main thing when it comes to a jump off fade. You have to have the right body position. You have to time your jump perfectly and attack the ball at the highest point.
Another thing that you said that you were working on was getting in and out of your breaks. Tell the listeners some of the things that you're doing to improve that, and where are you with those results? Are you happy with where you're at? Are you looking to show the ability to get in and out of your routes well at your pro day?
Yes, sir, and I actually did. I was training on that for about 3 months strong. I know it's something that everybody can get better at, not just me, but you can always still improve. I've gotten a lot better. A lot of the coaches said they like what they see, so I'm just going to continue to work at it, try to get even more better at it so I can perfect my game that much more.
I like that. Now, going back to the Senior Bowl, I remember the first practice. You made a nice catch on the sideline, a deep catch, and it seemed like once you made that catch, you just kind of settled in, and the rest of the week was just, I'm not going to say a breeze, but the rest of the week was just, it was like you were back in Central Arkansas playing, and like as if you weren't going against the top corners in this draft class. Can you talk about just the whole transition, the experience of getting to the Senior Bowl and then doing your thing the way that you did?
Oh, yes, sir. The Senior Bowl was an exciting moment for me. It was a great blessing to be able to be in that position to go up and compete against some of the best in the nation. But my main thing was just stay true to myself, be myself, try not to change anything. Don't go out there trying to do too much or impress people like other people do. So I just want to stay to myself, do what's gotten me there. And that was the main thing. I know I was considered an underdog coming from a D1 AA school, but that's nothing big to me. I feel like I'm good enough to play with just about anybody in the nation. So my main thing was just to go out and have fun and prove myself and make plays. And I got a lot of opportunities, and I can say I was fortunate enough to make those plays.
Excellent job there. I remember one of the last practices, you had a nice catch on a deep comeback on the sideline, and I just said, man, this kid gets it. This is a kid that could really win on the outside. I really like what you do on the outside. But we talked a bit about how at Central Arkansas they used you in that power slot position. Can you talk about what it is that you bring to the table and how you could move your ability, use your big body in the slot?
Oh, yes, sir. Like I said, I have speed, so getting in the slot is not too much different for me. I like to have a lot of field to work. I mean, if I got one-on-one coverage with a linebacker or a safety or anything, I'm pretty positive that I'm going to win. So to be able to adjust my game and go into the slot helped out a lot this year, helped our team out a lot. It was something I enjoyed doing. I actually play slot a lot, just as outside, but main thing, just it's a different matchup. And on the outside, it's pretty much press man all the time. You don't have too much field to work with. You have the inside and about 4 yards from the sideline. When the slot, it's the entire field just about. Now, I can say I have pretty good awareness and shiftiness to run routes against linebackers and safeties to get open. So, I mean, it was a good thing for me to be versatile and be able to show that I can play inside and outside. So, overall, it's a great feeling to be in the slot.
There was a lot of people like myself who didn't really know much about you coming into the Senior Bowl. But that Texas Tech game was one that a lot of people went back to and they looked at. That, for some people, was the only game that they looked at. Now, I dug a little bit deeper. Your Abilene Christian game, 10 receptions, 154 yards, 2 touchdowns. And then you had your Stephen F. Austin game last year, your junior season, 5 receptions, 160 yards, 2 touchdowns. What are some games that you would tell personnel people or anybody that's just, they want to get to know you as a receiver? What are some games you would tell them to take a look at?
Like you said, Texas Tech, Abilene Christian from senior year. Also, Stephen F. Austin from my senior year. I had a pretty good game this year as well. I would say Colorado, junior year. Stephen F. Austin, once again, junior year. Lamar, my senior year. And I'll say those are a few games. I got to try to think back into it, but
I think that's plenty. That's 5 games right there. That's plenty. Another thing that we talked about, and it was funny, at the Combine we talked about this, and naturally the Chargers guys, their reporters jumped on it. The comparison that I made to Malcolm Floyd. Mm-hmm. And I really see that because of your ability to win downfield and dominate from that X position and make those catches, the acrobatic catches, and just attacking the football. You mentioned a few other guys that you felt that your game was similar to, whose game you wanted to strive to get to that level. Who were some of the guys that you talked about?
Well, one of the main guys I mentioned was Calvin Johnson. He's somebody I've been watching since I was in high school. And I'm not saying that I am Calvin Johnson, but to be able to watch him and try to critique my game to be just like his, he's a big receiver, fast receiver, and he attacks the ball at the highest point of the play. So I feel like a lot of my game planning falls back into that type of playing style. So, I mean, that's the main thing. I watch Calvin Johnson a lot and Dezmin as well. Dezmin is a physical wide receiver. He makes plays. He attacks the ball with his hands, attacks the ball at his highest point, makes a lot of spectacular catches. And the physicality side, he's just big and strong on the field. He plays strong. So that's something I can get better at, but it's those two are 2 wide receivers that I definitely look at and watch every Sunday, and I watch a lot of film on them.
It's interesting you mentioned those 2 guys because you got one who just, how can I put it? He has a killer mindset. You know what I mean? And then you have the other who is just good. Yes, where would your mindset fall? Are you of a more aggressive mindset, or are you somebody who just goes out and plays? You don't play the game angry or anything like that?
I can be a little of both. Sometimes I just feel like I'm in a zone to where I have to dominate the field, just like Dezmin. And there have been a few games where I'm, okay, let's get it, being the calm and cordial one on the team. But I would say a little mixture of both. It's not bad to have both sides in you. So, yeah, I have a little mixture of a few different personalities on the field.
Okay, multiple personalities. All right. Now, I can't let you go without talking a little bit about high school. You had the track background. You also played basketball.
Yes,
what
sir.
position did you play in basketball when you were in high school?
I played power forward and center.
Naturally. Okay, so you know the next question that we have to ask. Being down in the block and boxing out, how does that help you as a receiver, that mentality, that doing that in basketball, how does that transfer over to the football field and making those contested catches?
Like I said, body control. I mean, boxing out, you have to keep the defender on your backside. You can't let him get in front of you. So the main thing, like a curl route, if I'm coming back to the ball and I feel the defender right behind me, I have to keep my body in front of him, just like in basketball, boxing out. And also rebounding, jumping high for the ball on a rebound is just the same as football. So I would say body control is the main thing, and yeah, boxing out, attacking the ball, keeping the defender behind you, and keeping your body in good position to make a play.
There you have it. I know you talked to some teams. We talked about Coach Bobby Ingram talking to you, and he's a wide receiver coach, obviously, for the Ravens. What were some of the things that he told you? Why don't you share with the listeners how he liked your size and just some of the things he liked about you?
He said he loves my size. He loves how I catch the ball away from my body. I use my hands real good. And he just loves big receivers. He loves receivers that he sees that has potential as far as attacking the ball, making good catches, making the spectacular catches, and willing to improve. Not settling for anything and always staying hungry, motivated, and wanting to get better.
So, speaking of not settling for anything, staying motivated, what's next for Des Lewis? What's your schedule look like for the next month or so between now and May 6th when the draft kicks off?
I have a few private workouts set up with a few teams. I have a few team visits as well. The main thing is just continue to work hard. Like I said, don't get complacent. Don't feel like I've already made it, because I know I'm far from where I want to be. And the only way to get there is to continue to work hard and get better. So that's the main thing I'm doing right now. I have my family behind me. They've been motivating me along this way. So I'm just going to continue to work hard, grind, and get better and prepare myself for the NFL.
That's the mentality to have. And folks, this kid is no dummy. In high school, he was a National Honor Society member. Your major in college, what did you major in college?
Health education.
There you go. So it wasn't like he was taking, table tennis management or anything crazy like some of you non-student athletes think these guys take. He went through and he applied himself in school. So I definitely got to shout you out on that. I appreciate you coming on. Definitely, like always, wish you the best. Keep in touch. We want to get back with you after our pro days and as we get closer. Well, actually, you had your pro day. Why don't you go ahead and
pro day was yesterday.
Yeah, and the numbers that you put up a faster 40. Why don't you go ahead and let them know what 40 you posted, what time?
Yesterday I improved my 40. I clocked 4:41.
There you go. See, so big and fast. What more you want? Catches the ball with his hands, attacks the football in the air. This is a guy, folks, that if your team gets, he may not contribute day one, but down the line you will see a good value, a good results from this pick. Des, I appreciate it, man. Let's go ahead and get back together as we get closer to the draft, and we'll take it from there.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me.
No problem. Thanks a lot, man. Take care.
That wraps up this edition of Talking with TD. Be sure to check out all of my interview segments at footballgameplan.com/talkingwithtd. If you have any questions or people you want me to sit down with, hit me up on Twitter at @TDavenport_NFL.